Hello and welcome back. You wouldn't think from that little bit of video there that Paola has got size 8 feet, would you? They look very, very dainty feet. No, I jest, they're not. They're little tiny feet. They're lovely little Paola. Now we are here 8 o'clock live with a second live look at our amazing one-day special. It's an all on create one, and my goodness, it was a busy launch. 6 o'clock. Abs, what did you do to our phone lines and websites?
I don't know. We did our magic again.
You did indeed, and I have to say you have come up with an amazing deal for us. Now, of course, you know it's our birthday event, so we've been chatting about birthday giveaways, birthday treats. Now, I know that there was a little bit of an issue because we were simply so busy at 6 o'clock that we did have a kind of period of time when we didn't think we'd have those gifts available. Then we had the gifts available. Then it was a case there was all sorts of confusion going on. Well, I just want to clarify that if you placed your order on the extended delivery with regards to the gift, then it will not be holding back your original order. Abs, bless him, is going to be sending those orders out, and you will find that your extended delivery gift will follow on. I think it's going to be about a week delay. So you will get your one-day special or whatever it is that you've placed your order for. But please don't think you've been forgotten about. It's just we don't want to hold your order up any longer than it needs to be held up because of your birthday bonus. So you can kind of get that second delivery come along.
Another exciting
I
delivery.
know, another little parcel to be waiting for. Like the postman needs to deliver any more parcels to our houses. Now, another point that I need to mention as well, washi tape. It's the first time that we've seen All and Create washi tape, and it's one of those things that we did sadly sell out of. Well, good news, we have a very small amount of stock back in stock. We're only talking about a 3-day delay with that one, but it is back. If you missed out on it, please get hold of it as soon as you possibly can. And of course, if it's your first time placing your order during one of Ab's Live's hours during the birthday celebrations, then you will be getting that birthday bonus gift. As I've mentioned, it is on a delayed dispatch, but this will not hold up your order. Your order will be ready to go the moment your order is placed, but this will be delayed by about a week. So just bear with Abs and the team while they get those out to you. Now, very quickly, we've done enough talking already. Now, we have got obviously a fabulous one-day special, the details of which are on your screen, and it's made up of a set of 3 stamps and 2 stencils, all on that fabulous hexagon feel. And I love this. I love the shape of the hexagon. It's fabulous. Now, you've got lots and lots of elements within here. And Abs, I have to say, these are brilliant because you've got the hexagon theme running through, but they're all very, very different.
They are all different indeed, in different size, different shape, different details to each one, but they work very well together. So the idea behind this one is you can use them in any project you're creating. It's a card, mixed media, scrapbooking, whatever you do, it's with, but also whatever style as well. If you want to go cute and simple, if you want to go with your grungy, if you want to go with in between, or if you got to go on fabric as well, like always Debbie does, you can, so it's so versatile, and then it gives you the let's say the choice. Yeah.
Well, this is it. And I love that because even with the hexagon stencil, the larger hexagons there, you could be forgiven for looking at a distance and think, oh yeah, it's got dots. But when you look closer, they're actually little mini hexagons, which keeps that continuity of design going. Love it. Now, we've been busy for the one-day special, so lots of you have been taking advantage of this. So much so that half of the entire day's stock has sold out. So it's been a popular one. So if you want yours, then the details are on your screen there. But I'm going to whisk those away because the way that the majority of you have been getting hold of these are with a complete bundle. But we've got another set to share with you. Sorry, I forgot about the second set. It's getting excited. Getting all excited. So let me just pause for a moment because we have a second set to bring with you. This time we are looking at squares and a similar sort of idea where you've got a series of different size stencils and you have got stamps to accompany them. And again, similar sort of idea, you are covered for all occasions with these ones, Abs.
Absolutely, and it's the same thing as hexagons, but this one squares, and so you have different size of the squares, but also within one stencil you have those different size of squares, and then you have the large version, so it gives you loads of way. You can use them positive, negative, you can use only the inside of the stencil, or you can do monoprinting with it, or reverse technique as well.
Nice.
Yeah, and as I don't know if you remember one of the previous shows we did together, we had the circle version. If you remember,
yes,
we have the circle version, and it was so popular, so I said I need all the shapes in my life.
Well, the thing is, the shapes, they work so well because it's similar sort of layout, but obviously different shapes, but you can multi-layer them, and I think that's the nice thing.
And we have triangles on the show as well.
Yeah.
You see it in the other one of the other bundles.
So
yeah, so squares and hexagons for me, they are, because I love creating backgrounds. I love layering. I love adding details. So this is one of the things that work together. And the more you add, you never have that. You know, sometimes when you use a stencil or stamp, the more you keep adding, at some point it's like it's too busy and you lose a little bit that harmony. But those, because they have so much open space, so you can keep layering and different colours and do them with the stamp. This work together as well.
Certainly do. Now, of course, you've got your two different options, kind of with your hexagons, obviously your one-day special. Similar sort of deal with those squares, but wouldn't it be fabulous if you could get them both together? And if you were getting both together, it'd be nice to get a little bit of something extra with it, perhaps the washi. Well, would you believe it? That's what we've got. Now you can see on your screen there, you have got your bundle of your two kind of one-day specials. One is an official one-day special, one is a similar sort of deal, but then you've got that washi. It's brother, I like that, it's brother, yeah. It's practically a twin brother because it's not little, it's not a little brother, it's the same size. Now you can see with this, you've got an amazing deal. You've got your washi tape as well. Now, Ali only couldn't contain her excitement about the fact that you've got washi tape.
Before the show, when we did the meeting, she was like, "Oh my God, Abs, I need them.
She was so excited.
How can I place my order?"
And these are brilliant because you can see here you have got all of these amazing rolls, 7 rolls of washi tape. It's the first time that we have ever seen this from All and Create. Love the fact that you've got some of them printed, but I also love that blank space there, just waiting for your own design.
Absolutely, you can make it your own in the colour you want, the size you want. As I was mentioning before to Leonie, sometimes we create just an example, a card.
Yes.
And then we have specific theme, we have specific sentiment to go with, but we don't have the right washi tape to go with it. So with a plain one, you can create your own using the same colour of your card or using the same stamp you use for your card, and everything will match and everything will be. It could work together brilliantly.
And that's nice because sometimes you don't need an entire roll of washi tape, do you? If you're working on a project and you're not going to need a huge amount, you might only want, I don't know, 6 inches of that particular washi tape theme style, and you can create yourself. Now, the complete bundle, just to let you know, half the stock has gone of it, and this was launched at 6 o'clock this evening. We've been busy for the one-day special, been busy for that bundle, and we've been busy for the washi tape again. Don't forget, if you missed out on the washi tape by itself, or you're thinking, I've gone for the complete bundle, but I can't manage without having more of that as a backup, then do get an additional washi tape, but do it as soon as you possibly can. Now, one thing you will have noticed on your screen there, we've got a Freedom Members discounted price as well. And lots of you have become Freedom Members since the birthday event kicked off, because of course we have dropped the price of that membership. So rather than £6.97 per month, it's just £5.97. Now, don't worry, if you are like me and you are already a Freedom Member, that what it means is your next payment, when it becomes due, you will notice that only £5.97 will go out of your account, but you will get all of those fabulous benefits that we've all been taking advantage of many, many times. And it's not a limited deal either, it's an ongoing thing. Now, when you are going for your complete bundle as your flexi order, then you can see there the details on your screen, just £29.22, because we are talking at 3 payments. Now, a few moments ago, I was telling you about the one-day special. But the one-day special, if you were going for that, you'd be paying more than the first of those 3 payments, which makes it an incredibly affordable way for you to get hold of those. Now, of course, you've got your additional payments, but what you have also got is the ability to add other things into the basket and spread the cost of those as well. So if that's the way that you're wanting to get hold of these, then of course you can do. Now, of course, the beauty is you can be able to use these in loads of different ways. I mean, here you can see just little tiny accents, just filling in the white space, using the washi tape, using the stamps all together. I mean, Abs, the finished sample that the samples that the design team have come up with, so much variety.
I really need to thank them again and the design team for the amazing work they did. Different size, different project, different style, different theme, and they're amazing. And they showed really the versatility of the product. Can you see here, from cuties to grungy to mixed media to busy to clear and simple, to show you that really you can. This is, for me, that's one of the stencils that we're always on your desk, because you can easily fit them in any project you're working on.
And this is it. And we have got lots of other things. You will notice some of the stamps that we've got coming up in the show. This is an absolutely beautiful stamp. I love this one.
I do love it too.
Isn't it gorgeous?
And you can see in that sample the washi tape on the background, so you can also use them in many ways. That one is by, sorry, I forgot to mention the names. This one is by Jo Rice. Also, she's an amazing card. The next one is also by Jo Rice. You see the washi tape just to add your text, your sentiments.
It just,
So you can also do it from washi tapes. And as I said, the washi tapes, when you roll it, they have different words. It's not the same word repeated. So the more you open it, let me just where is it now? Yeah, for example, if you open one.
Oh, have you got that on your glass mat? Great.
Yeah, so you see, for example, we have possible, and then you have make, you have create.
That is brilliant.
You have art. So
Gosh.
I can keep going.
And you haven't even got to the repeats.
And the second one, we have different words. You have fun, you have creativity, you have.
Oh,
and this is already. I'm here. What's the size of this mat here? It's 18 inches. So I'm not 18 inches yet, so I'm 16 inches.
Look at that. That is brilliant. Yeah. And I like the fact that you've done that. It's not something I'd thought of before, but it's so right. It does repeat in small little areas usually, doesn't it? But just a fabulous way of adding background, adding texture to your project, as you can see there. 571798. If you're wanting to get hold of your complete bundle, then please do so. Now, of course, Abs has just shown us that amazing washi tape. That is part of that complete bundle. And I think we're going to come straight to you, Abs, if that's okay. Get straight into the demo.
Absolutely. So what I did here, so that's one of the ones that I started before, is one of the samples I started before. So this is an accordion, so you were not here maybe, we did not see, we worked on a piece of papers here, and then we joined them together with the plain one. And then, so I did colour the stamp that I did on the first show from the other bundles.
Okay.
And and I stick those already, I kept the word art here,
Lovely.
washi tape. You see, it looks like, it doesn't look like a washi tape.
No, it doesn't, no.
Yeah, I did not want to keep that solid edge either, so I just, so I was tearing all the edges to give it like this. And then this one I did not colour it yet, I did not stick it, so this would be one of those here.
What type of card do you start your project with? Because I didn't see the very beginning of this, so what sort of card do you
I'm using here a 250 GSM cardstock.
Lovely.
And it's media paper, which means you can use it with watercolor, with acrylics, with mediums, with paste, whatever you want.
Fabulous,
thank you. Yeah, good paper. It's 250 GSM. So this one, so I want to show you more stamps and more ways of using the stencils. So what I did here is, as you can see, so let me do it this way so you can see better. So that's what I've been doing. Now, because when it's open, the rest is not done yet, so you don't see, oh, that one is just need to stick it better. Brilliant. So I just need to colour this one, add some glossy arcs on the top, and now I'm going to carry on working on the background. So what I want to do is just add some elements now, because usually I do backgrounds. I create my background, start adding my focal point, colouring them, and then I would see what is needed, where is the gap, if there's anything to fill, if there's more layer to add. So now because I add the colour, I know what to add more. So I'm going to come back to my stamps here. I have the background stamps. I did not use this one yet, but I also have the squares because I want to have that nice contrast between squares and what's that? Hexagons. Yeah, hexagons. Yeah, but also but also I want to use the other background stamp set from the show as well. We have it also on the show. That is a background stamp because I have so nice elements to add to my backgrounds. Okay, so let me get the black. Versifying. I'm going to add a little bit of black, not much, and then carry on with colors. Let me go with that part here. I'm not using acrylic block because, as I said before, I just want small details and small section only, and I'm not looking for something perfect. I'm just looking to that balance and adding. I think that black will add a nice finished touch as well. Just parts of it.
Oh, that sounds like it's just those little touches.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do maybe here on the corner, small section. Yeah. I'm gonna add another one of those platters. Even though it's mainly squares, but also those small details are really, really nice to add to your project. Yeah. That one is
and like you say, it just fills that little space, and because you can kind of just put them in that little element, just using your fingertips to press them, it doesn't have to be a big area.
Absolutely. See, the minute you start adding this black, kind of everything could come together.
Yes.
And so let me turn it and work this way now. Let me do that one here. I'm gonna add a small one here next to the boots. Yeah. And maybe do one here a little bit on that plain tape as well. Just part of it. Yeah, next way. Okay, so I'm going to stop here for the black, for this stamp set, sorry. And now I'm going to take that one, which has nice elements. And then I'm going to go with the star. For this one, I need the acrylic block. It's just small and I cannot fit in my hand.
Now this is lovely because this comes in the bundle alongside the character stamp that you've worked with as well, I believe.
Yeah. Absolutely. They come in that second bundle after, I think, washi tape. No,
Yeah,
the first one after the washi tape. Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes, I can see it. And it's a brilliant one. You've got an A4 stamp with that. In fact, can I bring it in and just show you? Because this is an amazing size stamp. An A4 stamp, sometimes you might look at them and think, oh, I don't work with A4 stamps. That is the overall size of the plate. You've actually got individual stamps within that. And you can see down at the bottom there, the character that we've just been referring to. And then, of course, different elements alongside this one, because, of course, you are going to get the background stamp that Abs is working on at the moment as well. And, of course, you can add that in alongside your complete bundle and spread the cost of those as well if you choose.
So you see, I just did some stars here and there, so now I'm filling kind of that gap and adding all the small detail. Now I'm going to the blue, and I'm sort of working with the same colors I already have on my background, so everything will match that blue, and maybe just add, that one will be later this way, so maybe one here. Okay, or maybe, yeah, there you go. That's nice. Okay. Just avoid accidents. Put that one back. And now what I'm going to do is, when you have them, so you just, as I said, carry on adding the colors here. Sorry,
Okay.
colors here. If you want another sentiment, you can add it maybe here.
Okay.
Because there's more open space here, so it will
Yes.
pop more. Or you can also put a little bit here where the figure is, and then do a glossy accent. Add more colors if you want. You can also. I did not take enough time to color properly the lady. So you can
Okay.
create more shading. You can create, depends what skin color you want as well. So
Yeah.
you can carry on working mainly with the colors. And I think there's a small gap in here if you look. So there's a small gap in here. So what I
Okay.
want to do is I wanted to add something in there. And for this, I think I'm going to add a little bit of washi tape, because you see, that's what I like about these washi tapes. They fill the gap. Sometimes you don't
Yes.
know what to do, what to add. Use a washi tape.
Now, with washi tape, obviously we've got these 7 rolls with loads and loads of choice in there.
Yeah.
Now, they come pre-printed, but can you change the colour of these? Can you add colour to the washi tape?
Absolutely. So what I was saying, for example, the plain one, I gave an example came to my mind before. You know what's especially like with the braille and the paint?
Oh, yes,
and
yeah.
then instead of cleaning your braille on a piece
Yeah.
of paper or just hitting the wall, you can do it on your washi tape. So you give them different colours, and you
good
can
idea.
absolutely you can layer them. You can add colours. You can do whatever you want with them.
In that case, I mean, I love the black and white anyway with them, but the fact that you can add a little bit of colour to them as well really does enhance them. And they're perfect there. You can see the little circles there.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
so here, and then I may add. Sorry, always bring that one to see the phone. This one will look more. I'm going to add more color here. Strong green with a little bit of brown to make it pop more.
Lovely.
And then I'm just going to add maybe. See how I did it?
Oh, yeah.
Instead of doing it all one line, I do it this way, so it's a nice continuity. And then, as I said later on, it will be only added some splatters, added some colors, and then you see what is needed.
I love
So,
it.
okay. And now what we're going to do is, this one is not stuck yet, so let me put it aside. We're going to work on the other side, because at the that was all accordion.
Yes.
And then at the end, we're going to all fold them
I
in
see,
half.
right, yes.
So now we're going to work in this side. I don't know if everything is dry, I think. My glue, yeah, so I don't have nothing to worry about. So this is the other side of the accordion that we started with before. It's the
Lovely.
same technique for the background here, just using different shapes, as you can see, and it gives completely different look.
And this is why it's good to have the whole set, to have all the different ones, because it gives those different panels.
Exactly.
But don't forget, we've got the hexagons and we've got the squares featuring within that bundle. But don't forget, you've got your obviously your triangles, you've got the circles as well. So if you are wanting to go for all of them, you can do as time goes on. Now the triangles, if you're wanting the triangles, then here you go. You can see how you've got your series of exactly the same as we spoke of with the one-day special with the hexagons and of course the squares as well. But you've got a similar sort of concept with the triangles and indeed with the circles as well. Now if you're wanting to get hold of those, then here you go, your triangles, just £25.95. But of course if you're adding them in alongside your complete bundle, then you're spreading the cost of those over 3 payments as well. The circles as well, this one's a slightly different configuration as you can see here, but you have got, and I love the names of these, totally dotty, lots of dots and reverse dots in there as well. So it really does make sense to go for those alongside that complete bundle, because they certainly each have a place within your craft room. And as Ab said, they're not going to go far from your work area because you will be using them over and over again. Lovely. So what are we adding to this then?
So
Abs?
what I'm going to do now here, so what I want to start is, I just wanted to stamp a little bit of that triangles is with the triangle stencil.
Lovely.
So because I had here we have squares here, we have hexagons, but we have also the triangle here. So I want a little bit to bring those triangles to the other side.
Okay, yeah.
Not that much, just a little bit there. So I don't need acrylic block this time, so I'm just going to add small details. And those, as you mentioned before about the small hexagons,
Yeah.
even those are not dots, are small triangles.
Yeah.
And you will see when I stamp them how they look beautiful. So I'm just going to do some of them. And it is just to add a little bit of kind of framing my work, but adding that small touch of detail. Maybe a little bit in here. Oops.
Oops, did you need that, Abs?
I don't even know what is that.
Oh, it's an ink pad. We'll get it for you. Oh, you got it?
There you go.
There you go.
Done it. Thank you, Matt. Okay. Yeah. And even when I do that, I keep doing like second and third generation stamping because there's always something to pick up and it's always nice. It's the kind of I start framing and give it
Yeah, it looks good.
Do the same thing here with whatever is left. Yeah, and then a little bit on this side. Let me turn and use slightly larger triangle now, just to show you that everything works really well together. Let me ink it properly. And then do it this way is better.
I don't know why all of a sudden I've got the thought of
really
tyre
like
tread with those little triangles. You know how when you see like the big thick tyres on trucks and things
Yeah.
like that? That
Yeah.
reminds me of that texture.
Okay, and then now I'm going to do maybe one of those triangles in there. Okay, maybe just a little bit small in here. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I'm not going to spend any more time in there, just adding those small details. Maybe a small one here.
It's
Yeah,
nice. It's a
that
nice
is perfect.
alternative. What I find myself doing a lot is actually bringing in colour and kind of using like a blending tool to bring it in from the edge to soften the edges.
Yeah.
But this is it's a similar but different technique. You get that edge to it, but in a different way. And I do like this, I must admit.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And also because it's a different way. Usually when I work is I do my background, go to the focal point, create my composition, keep adding, and then I do the frame in the edge.
back,
But
yeah.
now I thought like this time I really want to frame it,
Yes.
kind of make sure the kind of know which space is left and what to add
Yeah.
on it. So now I'm going with the square one because just like the square, and I think it will be good together because we have the square the other side. So I thought I would bring some squares in here. Yeah, and then just a little bit. I don't want to frame it like 100%, but I'm just going to add, yeah, because I put ink here. Let me do this side. And just a little bit here on the corner. Yeah, see, I'm really liking it.
Lovely.
I still have some ink here. I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to waste that ink and just stamp it. Oh, perfect. Okay. Stop with this background now.
Looks amazing. I love
Yeah.
it.
Now what I want to do is go here. Sorry, just before that, I need to stamp one of my focal points now, and I took this A4 stamp set here by Tracy Evans. Can you see that? So, because there's so many elements to pick from that one, so I thought I'm just going to stamp part of it and then lay it. So what I want to do is see, I'm going to go with, before I use the leaf in here, so I want some of the text, but also I want the postal stamp here and the
Yes, yeah.
wing and all this element. So I'm going to do that one here.
And that's
But
brilliant that they're on the acetate, so you can kind of get an idea of how it's going to look.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I do not want to stamp now in black because I already have the black around. If I add a lot of black in the middle, it would be too much.
Yes.
Too much black. So I'm going to do in colors and then highlight what I wanted in black.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with colors on my background already. So I have here that green, sort of a green here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of blue, not that much, just on some part, because it will look nice with that blue in here. Just around, can you see around the
Yeah.
kind of that?
And I love this stamp because it's bringing in kind of lots of elements that we love. I mean, you've got the foliage content there. You've got the butterfly wing in this one. So it's going to work with so many
Yeah.
different things that we have got
Let me
within
put
our
that one
stash.
here to make sure I have a nice, because that mat is not same level. So yeah, and then I'm gonna go here and do that stamping because I have that acrylic block flexibility, so I can lift to make sure I have a nice print. And then do not move the stamp, just hold it and then keep to.
Oh wow, yeah.
That is a nice print
That
already.
is
Fill that gap.
perfect.
And then what I'm going to do later, so I'm going to, while the stamp is here, I'm going to take the black now, especially that part where the wing is. Do it on the piece of a cardstock.
Okay.
So, and then when later when I cut it, I can lay it on the top.
Nice.
And then
yeah.
it will pop more. So,
Oh,
yeah.
look at that.
Can sell that one later when it will be on the top.
Yeah.
Well, it's not cut, but you will see
No,
what
we
I'm
get
doing
the
here.
idea of it though.
Yeah, you
That's
see?
going to look
And I'm going
fabulous.
to do that. Okay, so let me put that on the side and do now the other part of the journal.
Okay.
How are we doing with time? Because I'm just taking my time.
Just about
playing.
halfway through the show.
Okay, so let me do that one now. So here I have here in the A4 one, I have the wings, I have small wings, I have all the background elements, I have the figures, I have the arrows. So this stamp set is really, really rich. You have so many elements on that stamp set. Some people think sometimes A4 stamp set means A4 project or means A4 size. But no, literally A4 stamp set. Try to see it, even if the image is big, but try to see it how many small stamps that are in it, how many possibilities, how many designs you can get out of it. So I'm using this one because I want some numbers in here. And now I'm going to go with the blue. That's my best friend for stamping the acrylic block, this A4 one.
When you show these, because obviously people, when they've got larger stamps, sometimes they think, well, how am I going to stamp those out? And in those platforms are brilliant. Do we sell those? Have we still got those on the website?
They are, yeah. If they shop by brand, they would find both. They come either individually or they come in set of two. You have the A4 one, and you have with it the border for the large, for the long stamps.
Definitely do check out that brand section.
Yeah.
That looks amazing, Abs. I love that blue.
Yeah, now what I want to do is, I would do like before, stamp this separately, cut them out, but I want to add another layer to my background. And now I'm going to use the hexagons, and I want to use them with my distress crayons. If you don't have distress crayon, you can use gelatos, you can use any water soluble crayons you have at home, or other elements, or maybe also the, how do we call them, this oily pastel?
Oh, yes, yeah, there are oil pastels.
Yeah, those, you can also use them, it works really well together with this technique, I mean. So usually I do this technique a lot with my circle. So what I do is pick up colors. I'm going to go with 2 colors now. There we go, very well with the background, because I have this kind of orangey yellowy here.
Nice,
so I'm going to bring it in the middle. I'm going to put my, which hexagon, which size to go? I'm going to go with this normal size here first. And maybe add that large one here, there. So.
Now I should be watching this carefully, because I've got distress crayons and I don't use them as much as I should do.
Go. Yeah, that's another way of using them. So what I'm going to do is just apply a little bit in here.
Okay.
Half of the hexagon. And then add, is that my orange? Yeah, that is a nice orange. Just add a little bit here.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Well, if you wanted the orange to be more dominant, you put more orange. If you want more yellow, you put more yellow. And then what you can do is make sure the stencil is not moving, and neither your project, hold it together, and with just your finger, just apply it.
Because they've got a very creamy nature to them, haven't they, these? So blend well.
And then with another finger, do the same thing with the orange, and maybe you can, I just need to add a little bit in here.
This is where the heat of your hand also helps to merge those together.
Absolutely, yeah. And then, as I said, you keep working if you're happy with that, if you want more orange or if you want more, oops. Depends which one you want to have more of it. Keep working. And then I like having those edges, so at the end I will just go a little bit the edges, and then with my finger make sure they do all those edges.
Oh,
like that. And now I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but I'll be quicker now with a large size to show you. When you have, actually I'm going to do, let me do this one first, and the small one I will do it with the other stencil, because then let's have nice, so I'm going to be quick doing the first color. second colour.
And again, it's replicating that technique, but on a larger scale in another part to draw that part into where you've just been working. I love it. Have you got a favourite colour, Abs? What colours do you like working with? There's a question. Okay. You're green.
Yes.
Ali only likes green as well, doesn't she? Likes teals as well. Yeah, nice.
I love green. Green is my favourite colour. You see now, you add those two, they really add a lot. But always I like either rules of 3 or I go with the odd number. So I'm going to add a small one. I can go with those one, but I have a different size here. There's in between those two. So I'm going to go with a small stencil now and do that work quickly, because that's why I like having both sides of the stencils, so they work really well together.
Now you're going to do a similar technique to what we've just seen there.
Yeah, it's the same technique.
So is it okay if I do a very quick recap and then come back to you?
I'm going to do the same thing actually, basically.
Perfect. Don't go beyond that though, because I'll be back. Now, of course, what you need to be doing to get hold of those fabulous stencils that we've been working with, potentially going for that complete bundle, because within the complete collection you are getting the hexagons that we've just left Abs working with, and you've also got the squares as well, which is fabulous because you kind of got all of them different styles, different variants, or maybe you'll be using them together. As you saw Abs working with the triangles alongside the hexagons, they just work because the way that they are laid out, the sizes are similar. You can see there the hexagons alongside the squares. You may well be able to even position them so as they sit within the squares, or likewise there'll be a smaller square that can sit within the hexagon. But then you've got the stamps as well. So this is where you're going to be building up those layers, getting the depth, getting the interest going. And of course, don't forget, with many of these stamps you have got text detail as well. So you've got that interest added into this, but then you can start adding things like your focal point and things like your additional detail, and that's where the washi tape comes in. Now you are getting 7 rolls of the washi tape in a variety of different styles. As you saw from Abs, the one there where you have actually got words running through this, it's not one repeat of the same word. You've got several words of inspiration featuring within those. You've also got the gorgeous bold circles there, which if you have got the circle templates and the stencils and the stamps, they are going to be ideal to work alongside. But then you've got colour. Now you saw Abs a few moments ago using part of that stencil that had got the numbers on it. Well, there you go. Those numbers in a similar sort of colour are featuring within the washi tape. So it could be that you're taking elements from that which coordinate with the stamps that we've got on the show and bringing it in. As you can see, Abs has put a lot of thought into this, how different elements all get drawn together using elements like your washi tape. And of course, if you are feeling confident in to go completely free rein, then you have got your blank canvas. Did I say free range? Free rein. Not free range, free rein. Then, of course, then you can be making your own design using that plain one there. So again, everything comes together with a fabulous price of £97.40, which you can spread over 3 payments. But of course, our brand new and existing Freedom members, many of you taking advantage of those discounted prices. In fact, it's a why not price, because even now, you're saving, you don't have to be saving as much, do you? Because the price has come down for that Freedom membership. So it makes pretty much anything a why not deal. So for £5.97, you'll be able to take advantage of that additional saving that you've got on your complete bundle. Now I'm going to just show you a couple of other bits and pieces that we have seen Abs working with as well, because I've got a feeling you might like to add these in, and these are beautiful. Now nearly half the stock has gone of these, and I think this is amazing. We've got an incredible piece of artwork which I'll show you in a few moments, but of course Abs was working with this one in the last hour as well as this hour, and of course he's used the amazing character, and I love this character because you can look at this character and think, is it a woman? But then she's got short hair, so it could potentially be a man if you wanted to be in your particular project. You've got the wings as well, and I've got to show you this piece of artwork because I think this is absolutely amazing. I mean, this could replicate somebody who perhaps is just waiting to grow those wings and fly to really flourish. So they're keeping themselves quite contained at the moment, but given the opportunity, those wings will open up, and there you go. And a beautiful butterfly can emerge. So there you go, you can see those wings. Now, of course, you've only got one of those wings within your set, but of course, Abs teaches us how we can actually use that and replicate that on the other side. You've also got something that's, I think, is an amazing wing to work alongside. It was very much a kind of mechanical style wing, which is this one that you've got here. And it's almost made up of little sails within that wing there, almost bolted together to give a kind of like a steampunky effect with that one. But then, of course, you've got other elements in there that you're going to be able to work with. That wonderful stamp that we saw with the numbers on there, which Abs was working with, again featuring within here, and again all the different elements building up the layers upon layers upon layers, which is what it's all about, building up that design, building up that interest. And as you can see from all of the different designs that the design team have come up with, they do it so well with these. I mean, you've got so much content within here. And you can see here, I mean, these two together, this kind of illustrates where you've got that stamp, very similar. As you can see, it's exactly the same stamp that's being used, but totally different styles, as you can see there. And I love that idea that it's almost like you're looking through a camera lens to a little scene that's been built up there. Absolutely beautiful. £48.97. You are getting both of those sets. Brilliant price, spread over 2 payments if you're wanting to. Oh, I forgot the little one. Oh, come back in. You're getting all of them. Oh, how rude of me. And that's a useful version, because you can see a smaller version of the larger stamp there, which you've got as a border. So very important to have that one in there as well. I shall smack my own wrists. There we go. £48.97 if you wanted that. 710593. Elements from that actually work with the washi tape as well that we've just seen in the complete bundle. Just, you keep seeing these little connectives as you're working through all of these. It's fabulous. Next set that we've got for you, we are looking at dies, and we're looking at number crunching and checkered figures. So again, anywhere where you've got that number element, whether it's the stencils, whether it's the stamps, it all comes together. Now, Abs did use these during the 6 o'clock hour, so if you do want to go back and watch that, you can do. But what you've got is incredible detail with regards to these. Now, we all have our strengths with regards to crafting. Yours might be using dies, it might be using stamps, but this will actually play to whichever your strengths are and perhaps help you build up where you've got those weaknesses and give you something that's pretty instant with the numbers. And you are getting 2 good sized dies with these, as you can see there, with lots and lots of content, lots of snippability, as you can see, and of course lots of elements there. You can see the squares coming through again, so the complete bundle, the stencils with the squares, can you see it all comes together, and that's what it's all about. So if you fancy those, then the details are there. Just £29.98. Brilliant value for money. 298496. Next one, we saw Abs working with this one, and you'll recognise certain elements from this. Tracy Evans creating some fabulous stamps here, as you can see. And we're talking about the great outdoors and seeds of hope. So you can see the little woolly boots that are being used on this particular one, just of here. Of course, that we saw on Ab's project that he was looking at working on. I love this here as well. There, you've got that almost like water lily flower there. Absolutely beautiful. And again, lots and lots of content and elements within here. Again, you've got an A4 stamp, but it isn't a single A4 stamp. The large stamp that Abs was working with, remember, he was concentrating on the butterfly. We're going to revisit that in a few moments. You don't have to use it in its entirety, and you've actually got 3 stamps within that stamp plate, as you can see there. £35.98. Again, a very affordable bundle. If you wanted those, 061573. And then we've got those wonderful stencils and stamps, all featuring around the triangles. And this again is a brilliant one to add in, because you've seen how it works alongside the hexagons. Hexagons have obviously got the angles to the points there, which is exactly what you've got with your triangle. So you kind of got that geometric theme running right the way through with these. And again, they work with the softer elements as well. You can see that water lily style flower, which I referenced a few moments ago, looks absolutely amazing. The little boots look amazing with those fabulous little triangles in the background. And even the little characters that we've got coming up. I love these stamps. These are so adorable, these little stamps. I certainly need to get these for my planner. I've been looking at them earlier on. I think I am going to go for them. But of course, you can build up that background, again, using those triangles very easily. £25.95, incredibly affordable. 513498. And then the last little bundle on the counter. I just love these. These are brilliant. If you are into your planners and journals, then these are perfectly sized. And I have seen people working with these, and they look really effective on those pages. But brilliant for any project, to be honest. You are getting a whopping great 41 stamps within here, and they are absolutely incredible. They are so quirky. And they've got, I love the little dog's face there. I don't know what it is about them. They look absolutely amazing. And you kind of got that signature look with the eyes. That's the thing that you see coming through these ones throughout. And I love it. And the little dogs. Now, the little dogs are included with this one, aren't they? They're just to the side. And I look at that. That is the end of the day, isn't it? It's like I made it through the day, just falling back like that and just collapsing in a heap. I love it. They are so adorable. I mean, these are going to look fabulous. And they're just humorous. I love these. Really do love them. And I think this is a nice one as well. Where's the little sausage dog? Because that one, the way you could stamp that one, if you're quite nifty with a black micron pen, you could actually stamp half on one side, stamp half on the other, and do a micron line and make it into the longest sausage dog as you want across all those pages, couldn't you? Just love his little face. So yeah, if you fancy this little set, then there you go. You've got the details on your screen there, £39.94. 2 flexi buys, and you can see £37, sorry, £37, 372 341. And again, this could be the item that generates that birthday gift for you as well, because of course we have been talking about our birthday event, and we still have the ability for you to get that bonus gift. Talking about bonuses, we've got some extra 7-day savers for you. Now these ones have kind of taken over from our standard ones that we had that were launched on Sunday, but don't worry, those ones will be back. These ones are brought to us by Fabulous Oakwood, and you can see you've got some wonderful crafty elements, and lots of you have been taking advantage of these. Glass mats are always incredibly useful to have in your crafting area because they're brilliant for your blending and cutting and measuring, and you've also got a metal ruler which is wonderful for you to get those crisp edges when you're using them with a craft knife. £14.98, brilliant value, 383143 if you're wanting these. Now something else that we've got which is a very useful tool is a paper cutter. Paper cutter, no, it doesn't cut your papers, it cuts your paper. You've got your micron scissors with these and your soft grip scissors as well, and these are brilliant. Nice open handles with those scissors as well, so even good for big chunky fingers just like mine. £21.97, and of course that fabulous trimmer there, very, very useful. 311412. Can I squeeze in an extra one, because I think you'll want to take advantage of this as well. This cardstock is amazing, and you can see there you've got 3 different colours, your red, your green and your white, kind of themed around Christmas, but you can use it any time of year, to be honest. £16.99 if you're wanting those, 659151. And the prices that you see there will go back up after our birthday event, so you've got a little over 6 days to take advantage of those. How are you getting on over there, Abs?
I'm doing very well. So I stopped as you told me. I just did the third one.
Was I that bossy?
No, at all. I think you did well, because for the viewers they can also see they don't have to miss anything.
Exactly.
So if they want to do that when they receive the product, they can create the same thing. So what I want to do now here is I just have here my white pen. So what I'm going to do is just add a little bit kind of light. Can you see it? Light, highlight this.
Can indeed.
And then I'm just going to add another one here. And while I have this one, I can go on with some splatter advice. Yeah. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to use one of the other stamps on the shirt today, which is I used before on my first page. Can you see the boots?
Oh yes,
here,
yeah.
And the leaf here, the blue one. So I want to use the other part of the stems because this flower is really beautiful here.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
So I want to use this one, but because my background's already busy, so I'm going to stamp it to have all this texture around it, and then I'm going to stick it in 3D on. Stamp it on a piece of paper, sorry. So for that one, I'm going to go with, where is my black? Yeah, there you go. I was about to do it on acetate. Sorry.
Oh dear.
Stamping. So as I said, I just want to stamp what's around the flower.
So again, choosing the elements that you want to use.
Yeah. Because the rest I'm going to do it on, so I'm going to do it maybe in here, so we can still see the hexagon here underneath. Just be nice. This way. And I'm not looking for anything perfect, just so there's details. You see how I did it?
Yeah.
I kept the middle open because I did stamp now, because I'm going to do for whatever is inside.
Okay.
Now I'm going to add a good layer of ink. Do it on a piece of cardstock. I'm using here the border acrylic block. See how it seems beautiful. Now what you do, take your time, do the colouring, cut it at the end, and then you have something ready like this one.
Perfect.
You see, once it's coloured and cut and everything. And now I'm going to bring back my journal, my projects, and then put it here.
Oh, lovely.
So you have that nice text around it. That's why I stamped all what's around there. So it's already in here. We have that one. I did exactly the same thing, just to stamp it and put it in there.
Lovely.
So you have that one here. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a little bit with my washi tapes.
Okay.
Okay, so this one I did not use it yet, so let me open that one.
So the one that you're working with here is one of the wider ones, and it's got all the X's and the
Exactly, and if you look
noughts and crosses
closer,
almost.
it's much a little bit one of those stamp sets on the show.
Yeah.
There are some elements in there. Okay, so because I have the red, I think, oh, why not using a little bit of the red and adding also a bit of the brown and the blue, sorry, and the black and white.
And also the bonus stencil has got those crosses in it as well.
Yeah,
So
absolutely, yeah. See, so you have it in black and you have it in red as well.
Nice.
So let me just parts of it, just one to start with. So all this solid edges, straight line, I don't want to have them. So we just go and remove all this, just small piece somewhere in here. And then I will see where to add it.
Now we still have that birthday stencil available too, and incidentally, if you have placed your order during this hour, then you will have this. Now we did sell out if you can sell out of a bonus gift at 6 o'clock. So these are on extended delivery. It's not going to hamper the delivery of your main products though. So you will find yourself getting 2 bundles from AALL and Crate. The first one being all those fabulous items that you've ordered, and then about 7 days later you will get the dispatch of your bonus stencil. So it won't come in your original parcel, but don't panic, it will be on its way to you, so don't worry.
Yeah, so now I'm doing here do it in here, bring a little bit that red in there.
That's nice, yeah.
Well, this one is not stuck yet, so that's why it's still up. Let me quickly put the glue on so I know where I'm adding.
It's amazing how far that washi tape is going to go, when, especially if you're only using the tiniest amounts like you've just used there. It's going to last and last.
Okay, just gonna add that one here. Yeah, now it's not moving, so I can carry on. So I did that one, and I think I'm gonna add just a little bit here, but it doesn't have to be the whole cross now. We can just add the small parts. Removing those. There you go, and bring in a little bit that red, and then just either you with a scissor cut it or just turn it the other side. So I have those 2 in there, and now what I'm going to do is first I'm going to also put my sentiments with the washi tape, if I can find the other one with the words that I was showing you before.
No, it's over by Distress Oxides.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, should we put possible, or should we put make, or should we put
Ooh,
let's go with possible, because usually it's not the word they go with, but let's see this one. Everything is possible.
exactly.
And I remember when I was learning impossible and possible, they said actually impossible is saying I am possible, because I am possible.
Of course, yeah.
I am possible.
Yes.
So even the impossible is possible.
Exactly.
So I'm just removing that. That is just me. You can keep it as it is if you want. I just don't like the straight line like this. I think it would fit better if it doesn't have those solid edges. So sticky, so good. There you go. And then just a little bit. Okay, that's fine, yeah. So you can either put it as one word, or you can cut it and then do like I did the other side with the circles.
Nice, yeah.
So I will see where to better put it. Somewhere in here. Actually, that's a long word, but doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep still using it. Maybe put somewhere in here.
Lovely.
Yeah, just a little bit maybe.
Now, I didn't think you'd be able to do that. Lift it away and it not pull away what was underneath it. So, yeah.
You see, you can, and you can put it back. Now it's
Reposition
better now. And then I'm going to have my wing in here. I'm going to add some colours to the wing later. Now what I'm going to do is with that one, because I have a lot of blue, I don't want to add more black. So I'm going to go with, tear it in 2 pieces. And then stick the first one here.
Lovely. Just to give you a time check, Abs, you've got about 6 minutes left.
Okay.
Sounds like a challenge then, doesn't it?
Like we're in competition.
It's like one of those cookery programmes on the TV, doesn't it?
And then maybe just add some. Let me see what I have here. Oh, I can actually do both sides, 2 in 1. 2, 1 here.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah, because of course it's quite fluid, so it wraps around, yeah.
No, that one is a bit too long, so I'm just going to do it this way. Yeah. Okay, so I've done all of that. Done with that. So
that looks fabulous.
and then you
that's come
see
together
what
so
is
quick.
needed to add. So let me close this one before they dry. I forgot them.
Because when I cast my mind back, before we started, it was just the stencil, wasn't it, that you got laid down? That's all that was there.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black, marker or pen, yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of. If you have different colors, you can also do in different colors. Actually, I'm not going to do it in black now. For that, I'm just going to do it in some. Watercolor pencils. I'm using here the ink tents, but you can use another color if you want. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, let me see if I can. Oh, that's a nice color. And that one's a nice color. And what I'm going to do is take that the square one, because I really like that square one, and then I'm going to draw kind of some squares.
Okay.
See what I did in there?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a different size. Let me see. The second one has. Yeah, that's a nice size.
There's loads of different sizes across the choice that you've got with these.
That is blue. And then well, I'm going to do one in here. Another size from here. We have a lot of choice, why not?
Well, there's plenty of choice of the sizes, definitely.
So that one is in there. And then the idea what I want to do is later on, so what I'm going to do is with my water brush, because watercolor, you can kind of have that watercolor effect.
Nice, yes.
Obviously, I'm not going to leave it like this because it's too much. And then just remove a little bit of that.
Yes.
And then keep blending in that blue. And then you can, if you want to another, bring back your stencil again. And then if you think you still need, a little bit more, just go on over it and add more and more. So you have that nice effect instead of having those hard lines.
Yes.
So you kind of blending in with the background. So you have that nice. Say just a little bit more of water.
Beautiful.
And if you want to remove a little bit less, I like it. It's kind of add another layer of actually that one. I'm gonna just a little bit. If you don't mind, I want it a little bit darker, yeah. So now when I add it, that blue should be, yeah. And now just with water, turn it around, work it to get rid of those lines.
That looks fabulous. They almost look like they're glowing now with that little haze around them.
And now do the same thing with that small one, even if it's small, but that detail is so effective and it will add a lot to your background. I think you have a lot you can always remove because it's actually this one is not stuck yet, so that's good. Even more.
Looks fabulous.
And then if you don't want a center, you can. So I'm just adding those small details. Now should we go with another colour quickly using the same stencil?
Yes, you can do. We've only got a couple of minutes though, Abs. But yeah, if you want to, not a problem.
So at least we can finish this one and then show you what you can do as well. So should we go with... We can add a little bit of red in small circle here and there. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to add 2 because I like having odd numbers. So I have 1, 2, 3 reds. So I'm going to add 2 to make it 5. So and now I'm not going to put the whole square now. So you can only put part as well.
Yeah.
With the edge. That is one in there. Lovely. And then a small one, that one. Should we put either in here or here? What do you prefer? Left or right?
Oh, I'd say left, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the size. That's literally the same size. So we go with this one now. And we do it the whole square now. Actually, that small one. No, this one.
Now we are in the last minute of the hour, but it's okay. We're going to follow Abs as he adds that little square in, as you can see there. Now, of course, we are going to be going over to our nighttime hours with the one-day special after the next show, which is 10 o'clock. So you'll see repeats of this hour. So if there's anything that you've missed, then of course you can go back and watch. But of course, you will have the luxury of rewind for up to 60 days after today's date. But do not miss out on that complete collection. As we go into the nighttime hours, over half the stock has gone of these. So if you're wanting them as the complete bundle, obviously through the nighttime repeats, we do find that a lot of people watch through the night and place their orders then. But Abs is going to be back with us live in the studio at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Of course, we'll have lots of updates with regards to those. But if you fancy creating, just as Abs has shown us, literally from that blank canvas during the hour, then we have got all the fabulous elements. That looks amazing. Abs, I love that.
Thank you. So, yeah, you just keep adding small details until you're happy with it. So that's another way of using a stencil.
I love it. Abs, thank you so much.
My
Learned a lot
pleasure.
from you.
Thank you so much.
Stay